Don't forget to subscribe for more. What happened next at Davide? After Gordon Ramsay's visit, the brothers Anthony and Frank were working together more harmoniously, with Anthony managing the front of house and Frank handling the kitchen. Frank, who previously only used his chef jacket before and after service, was now in the kitchen during service as well. Gordon was impressed by the dishes served, praising their delicious taste, and business saw a 15% increase. Gordon surprised the brothers with a jersey from a Boston Bruins hockey player, symbolizing their improved rapport. Following filming, reviews were mixed. Yelp reviews were mostly negative, with customers criticizing the service and poorly cooked food, resulting in many 1- and 2-star ratings. However, Urban Spoon reviews were more positive, commending the food and service, although some mentioned long waits for food. Davide closed in May 2014, having been sold in January 2014. The owners chose to pursue a farming venture and Boston North End food tours. They announced the closure on Facebook, thanking customers and employees for their support, and shared that they had started Three Boys Farm, focusing on the agricultural roots of the food industry. Davide aired on February 25, 2011. The episode was filmed in December 2010, and is Kitchen Nightmares Season 4, Episode 5. Now let's read some reviews for Davide. I went here not realizing the place's history. While it was a bit awkward being the only party in the restaurant, I can't complain about the food. We had bread, dinner, and some lemon cake for dessert. The waiter was very friendly, and even though they were out of a few things, he was very accommodating. I think if more people gave them another chance, they could have a successful business. This restaurant is closing its doors. That may have been the reason we had the worst dinner ever. While the only remaining waiter was nice, food was of the worst quality. Mussels had no mussels inside. Fish stank of being old. The pasta was overcooked. The veal looked like someone barfed on it. The owner and chef, Anthony, refused to take more than one of my coupons. Even though it is his right not to, he would not accept my argument that since the restaurant is closing, he could accept at least 2. Not even Gordon Ramsay could save this restaurant. R.I.P. Davide Restaurant. Train wreck. We made a 7:30 reservation for Friday night. We got there on time for our reservation, watched several parties be seated, and didn't get to our table until 8:20. The table we were seated at had literally been open the entire time we were waiting. During the waiting period, the hostess/waitress/wife of the chef would occasionally come over, bluster about being so busy, and promise to bring us drinks or bread while we waited. Never happened. In this big restaurant, it seemed like she was the only one waiting on tables. On a Friday night? Come on now. When we finally got to a table, it took forever and a day to get a drink menu, get water, place settings, and bread, get a dinner menu, order drinks, order dinner. I could go on. Whatever could be horrible delayed was. After at least an hour and a half, we reminded them that we were still waiting on dinner, and lo and behold, the food was magically ready. I had the veal fettuccine, a favorite combination of mine. Unfortunately, the pasta was undercooked. It's not al dente if it goes crunch, and the veal was way overcooked. Veal should be tender, not chewy. All in all, very disappointing. It would be one thing if we spent hours whiling away at dinner, enjoying our food and each other's company. Unfortunately, we only got the benefit of the latter. Don't assume that just because you made a reservation at this restaurant it will be honored. I booked a private dining room for 16 people in April to celebrate a college graduation. I spoke to someone at the restaurant. Unfortunately, I didn't get his name. Don't make that mistake. He called me back a day later to confirm. And I confirmed the date and time. On our way to the restaurant last night, we got stuck in traffic, so I called to say we'd be a few minutes late. They didn't have a record of the reservation. This was staggering news, completely unexpected, and infuriating. I give this restaurant 0 stars. I'd give -0 if I could. Be warned, be careful of reservations here. How this place stays open defies all human understanding. We booked an 8:30 table on a Friday night. Found the place on open table, bad idea, and chose it because it was the only thing available in the North End. The decor is okay, looks like any average Italian joint with an effort to appear a bit more spiffy. The waiter looks like in his spare time doubles as a butcher, and I don't mean animal butcher. The restaurant is empty with the exception of a corner table, where a habitual patron is blabbering loudly in an improvised Italian dialect that no one understands in the restaurant. I was raised in Italy and am fluent, so I can judge. He seems to be more a fixture of the place due to some family connection we are not privy to. The beet salad was soggy, soft, and inedible. Old beets, barely cut, so in large pieces, drenched in pungent dressing. Could not even think of eating more than one bite. Polenta was liquid and tasteless. Needed to be reduced longer. I ordered pasta with pesto. They served it with cherry tomatoes that had something wrong with them which I cannot define. I never spat food before, I am not a picky eater. I don't even review restaurants that much. It's a tough economy. I don't want to take business away from people. But this pasta, the tomatoes, I think they are actually a health hazard. I said something out loud about the tomatoes, and then turned to see that my sister's sauce, on her spaghetti, was made exactly by the same tomatoes, only she didn't have the pesto to distract her. Neither of us could finish our food. We asked for the check, which came a half an hour later. The service was slower than molasses, and they should know molasses, since this is the North End. So I returned to my original question: how does a place like this stay in business? More importantly, why? Do something else with the space, change business. Is it a cover for some other activity? I don't know. What I do know is that you don't want to eat here. Now subscribe and check out some of my other videos.